We've made 2 or 3 or 10 pies here at Cook's Country. We love pie, but today it's all about North Carolina lemon pie. Now, it hails from the down east coastal plains of North Carolina, and the filling is similar to a key lime pie. It's also called an old-fashioned milk pie. That's where they cook sweetened condensed milk with eggs and citrus juice, in this case, lemon. Now, the filling is great, but it's the crust that you will never forget. Instead of a graham cracker or a cookie crumb crust, it's made with salty crackers. And Ashley's here to tell us more about this pie.
Yes, I am. Okay, so this pie, I'm gonna say it right now, is one of the easiest pies you will ever make.
Full stop.
Full stop, that's it. Goodbye. And it is 3 things. It's sour, it's salty, and it's sweet. It is so good, and I'm really excited to make it for you.
Cannot wait.
Okay, so let's get started with the crust.
Okay.
So as you mentioned, it's made with some saltine crackers. Here I have 6 ounces, which is 53 crackers, saltines, and that's a sleeve and a half of the salted saltine crackers.
You know, every year growing up, my family, we would make the big trek down to North Carolina. We spent a week or 2 at the beach down there. And the seafood restaurants are all over the place, but you cannot find a seafood restaurant that does not include some sort of lemon pie. But also saltine crackers are always on the table, so this makes total sense.
Good, authentic.
Yes.
Okay, and here I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, just to drive home that extra salty flavor. But I want to mention it's not overpoweringly salty. You don't eat this if you don't pucker and need a glass of water.
Okay.
It is just so, so good.
We're going for balance.
Yes, like in life.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna pulse this until coarse crumbs, which will be 15 pulses.
Okay.
All right. And what pie crust is good if it doesn't have any butter? So let's add some butter. Here we have 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which I've gone ahead and melted. And this is 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. Now this was really important for this pie crust because it helped prevent the pie from shattering when you go to slice it after it's been baked.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of crumb crust pies, they use very dry ingredients, in this case, the saltines. So that little bit of corn syrup is going to give the crust some supple movement. So when you slice it, it's not going to shatter.
So I'm going to pulse this 15 times until it resembles coarse oatmeal-sized pieces.
Okay.
Okay, so here I have a 9-inch pie plate, which I've gone ahead and greased. And I'm just going to pour these processed crumbs into the pie plate. Using the bottom of a dry 1-cup measuring cup, work in the center, and this helps to push the crumbs evenly around the pie plate so that you don't have one really thick piece, one really thin piece. Everybody gets even slices. And if you notice, I'm just using my finger here just to help guide it and just to also make sure that the crumbs don't go overflowing over the pie plate.
Yes.
I've gone ahead and preheated an oven at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna bake this on the middle rack until it's golden brown and fragrant, 17 to 19 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bake it on the rimmed baking sheet.
I smell crackers.
I smell butter and crackers.
I smell butter and crackers. You are right. That looks good. So does this have to cool completely?
No, it does not. All we have to do is whisk a few ingredients together, pour it into there, and we're gonna go back into the oven. It's almost done.
The rich texture of custard without the work.
Exactly.
Love it.
So here we have 1 14-ounce can of condensed milk, 4 whole egg yolks, 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And this helped provide a little bit of richness, and it helped cut through that really tart, sour flavor that you can find in a lot of these pies. And this is 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. Now that's a lot of lemon zest.
It is.
And we used that in combination with the lemon juice because if we used only lemon juice, it was just super sour, unpleasant really. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just gonna whisk that together until smooth. All right, now let's add that lemon juice, that sour element. This is a 1/2 cup of fresh lemon juice, which is about 3 lemons. Whisk this until combined.
So again, if we had just used lemon juice, well, we would have had to use a lot of lemon juice in order to get super lemony flavor. That's why we have the zest in there. It also would have made it too wet.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I'm gonna pour this into our pre-baked pie shell here.
Again, still hot.
Still hot, does not need to cool down. Okay, it's done.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna return this to the oven now and bake this for an additional 15 to 17 minutes. Now what I'm gonna look for at that stage is that the center is going to jiggle ever so slightly, but the outside is gonna have been just set.
Okay, I'll get the door for you.
Oh, thank you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sweet sugar, lemon, and saltines.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give it that little jiggle test. What do you think?
Yes.
See, jiggling right in the center.
Set around the edges.
So how long do we need to let it cool?
We want to cool it completely at this stage, and then we'll transfer it to the refrigerator for 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
All right, our pie looks good.
It does. It looks set. I'm going to give it the jiggle test.
Jiggle test.
No jiggling. This thing is set.
Nailed it.
Almost ready to eat, right?
Almost ready. We're gonna make a whipped cream first, a whipped topping. So start by adding 1/2 cup of heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of sugar,
Lightly sweetened.
lightly sweetened, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just gonna start whipping this for about 1 minute on medium-low until it gets nice and foamy. And then I'm gonna increase it to high for 1 to 3 minutes until I see stiff peaks.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check this.
Oof, think of all the calories we save by not beating it ourselves.
That's a nice stiff peak.
Nice to peek, yes.
Now using this rubber spatula here, add a few dollops of the slightly sweetened whipped cream. Looks good.
It does, and I love that you're not mounding it on top. This is all about that filling and just a little soupçon of whipped cream on top.
So fancy. And if you notice, I'm using a light hand here. I don't want to deflate that whipped cream. We just worked very hard on it.
Yes.
All right. Now I'm using a boning knife. It just helps give a little bit more control over each slice because it's really flexible.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I'll take you back to your summers in North Carolina.
All right, I can't wait to tuck in. Well, Tides of Love, I think would be the title of this pie. That's amazing. It is full of lemon flavor.
Oh, man.
Have no doubt, but that little salty crust there. It actually has more of a texture than a graham cracker crust,
Yeah.
too.
And that custard, I would have thought that somebody spent hours making it, but they didn't.
I'm going to tell everyone you did. It just tastes seasoned. It tastes balanced. You know, it's not an overly sweet lemon pie. It's a perfect lemon pie. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, this might be the most perfect lemon pie, and it starts with an amazing saltine cracker crust. Pull saltines in a food processor, along with corn syrup and butter, press into a pie plate and bake. Make an easy sweetened condensed milk and lemon filling, and bake that in the crust until it's just set. It doesn't jiggle too much. Top with a little whipped cream, and that is dessert. So from Cook's Country, the salty sweet perfection, that is North Carolina lemon pie. You can get this recipe and all of our recipes from this season, along with testings, tastings, and select episodes on our website, cookscountry.com. I may never make a sweet crumb crust again.
Sweet, salty, sour.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.